story. I got a story. Hold on. We're live, but put on everybody. I like this story. It's so cool.
So, I don't think kids are watching, but this past Sunday... Hate it.
That's not a thing anymore.
Their mom might be watching. No, so for Father's Day, we all went out to dinner with my parents, and they went to Hero Forge, which anybody knows, it's a website where you can literally create your own character, like a miniature.
Yeah,
and
it's
so
super cool.
And so you can do the most off-the-wall things. Like you can have, like my son made one where it was a minotaur with fairy wings riding a motorcycle.
Oh my god, that's
And a violin in one hand. So
I didn't hear that part.
Yeah, I forgot about that one. There were many versions.
The fish will get bigger
What about
by the
this
end
one?
of this story.
So, anyway, they made me a version of me
Is that a turkey leg?
with a turkey leg because I eat a lot of chicken, and it's a little too big to be a chicken leg. It could be. So, anyway, I'm also not quite that robust. But anyway, so this is going to be my dude, even though my character doesn't actually look like that.
Right.
Good from time to time to have a turkey leg.
Yeah.
It might be his weapon. It's my boon.
I now just
My
want
boon.
people to look
My
at it. Where
boon
did
is
you
my
get the
chicken.
turkey leg?
Yes.
How did you?
Right.
We like
It's
attract bears.
Right.
I have a bag of holding with nothing in it except turkey legs.
That's cool.
Super rad. And I'm just our lovely and talented and gorgeous producer is telling me that our sound is going in and out, and but I'm thinking, here we go. You good? Could be just, could be, that other X card that provides our internet.
Next line I die.
Well, that's a cool story. So, seriously, the things that happen. Well, welcome. Yeah, we're getting this all figured out very quickly. So, welcome. You're at Time to Tabletop if you're here. If you're not here, I don't know what you're doing. But we're gonna do some new trippers tonight. Session 2. But before we get to that, of course, we gotta talk about our lovely sponsors and everything that we have going on. Ambient Realms, huge sponsor of ours. Equipment, they're working on some other music for us, giving us great silly sound effects. Like, maybe we'll hear that a little later. I don't know. What does that even mean? Well, what does that mean? I don't even know what they mean. But those are kind of the sound effects that they create. And
I took some acid. This thing's so weird.
it's. Do you want another hit? There you go. There you go.
And I
You have
get
to give us each a sound effect.
Oh, we
Correlates,
will.
right?
Well, we will. Yours is gonna go. Boy. Yeah, boy. Yep. But yeah, they do a lot of cool sound effects. Provide us with the board and some of the equipment. And Hunting Disease Society of America, they donate a lot of money to that. Got a lot of other people to donate that money for that. Autism Speaks. Huge cause that they're part of. So please check them out. AmbientRealms.com. Plus our other one is Arc Night. Of course, we was it last night? 2 nights ago. Yeah, 2 nights ago we had 2 winners on our channel. We had 2 winners, so we're in the process of sending out a gold and a silver package of downloadable content to a couple lucky winners. Because we got quite a few followers in the last week, which was really awesome. Thanks to these great people here. For real, that's what makes it so fun.
Awkward.
From a
They call that the
God.
advertisement.
God, you must be so embarrassed right now.
It's still there.
It won't stop.
Yeah.
But check out.
Is that a penis?
No.
Check out.
Maybe.
It's simple.
You never know.
This is rated M, right?
Yes, I think you actually have to click a button before you
I
get
guess-
onto here that says my shirt.
Informator.
He's 12.
Like that story.
So you might have to have a conversation. No, but check out Arc Knights. They have a lot of cool things going on right now. I know they're moving warehouses and a lot going on with Arc Knight. So, but they have a great go on. I think it's Drive-Thru RPG. That's where we give away a lot of our packages and stuff like that. Go to Drive-Thru RPG and get a lot of the downloadable content from Arc Knight. But they provide, flat plastic physical minis. And now, of course, I did grab one. There's one. Oh, look at this one. This is one of those. Oh, is that the monster that eats money? I think so. Let's see. Flat plastic minis. Plus, they do maps and all that kind of good stuff. So definitely check them out. Great products, great people too. So. Well, without further ado on that, there's our announcements. We have a schedule next week. We're going to do all this good stuff again. So we have 3 shows next week. We got a lot of things going on. I think I talked about it last night. Check out our show from last night if you want. And they have... going to sit down with some comic book artists soon and some authors soon to sit down and talk about their creative side of what they do. So it's pretty rad. Dang it.
And
Okay.
it begins.
That's
All right. So, the format of the show, and we kind of didn't discuss it with everyone, but we're talking about doing kind of the nuts and bolts like we did last week. Over the course of these shows, what we'll do is shorten that up considerably, because hopefully we'll figure some of this stuff out, but I don't know if anybody adapted their characters or are playing as is or had other questions or anything like that about Open Legend itself. That's what we're going to open it up to too. Also. Plus I was going to open up the chat because I didn't open that up because I didn't know. Oh, and feel free to, you guys, take pictures and tweet. It's cool.
I mean, I already tweeted.
Well, I took a picture, but
I
I didn't.
definitely already told Twitter to come watch us.
I did not even.
I
I twatted.
It's watching really well.
Weird.
I think that's different.
Just
I don't think you're getting that right.
I just quit.
don't think that word means that you think it means.
You keep using that word.
A plethora? Alright. Yes. So, if anybody has those kind of questions, anything that we're going to do, anything about dice rolls, combat, anything like that, it might just come up in game, so.
I feel like I just got my character perfect already, so. No, just kidding. I feel like the errors are gonna start happening, and then I'll be like, then I'll change my character.
If it is true, then that's great.
I'm just kidding.
Check out the community also, an Open Legend community, because hopefully we'll get some stuff in there. I really want to encourage people to put in their character sheets and show people what you've created and how we're doing it amazing and how we're screwing it up. We want to hear about those kind of things.
Not really.
I do. I like when things get screwed up, because then we don't know if they're broken or not. So I know I'm going to blindside you guys with a little bit of camera time, which get used to it. Just putting it out there. So I think without anything forward, you could probably Yeah, we're good to go. I think there's a little video that was put together by this strange gal here. All right.
I was working on a true
New trippers.
True number.
Do we even know what that means yet?
How are they tripping here?
I need to write that for.
Blimey. That's the sound of tripping, I guess. That's by accident.
You say so?
It is now.
Oh yeah, I like the I disapprove and then I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, I do approve.
I got that X card and then I got the yeah. Approval ratings through the charts.
Well, what we're gonna do is we're not gonna introduce characters, but we're gonna go around the table, and I'll do this sometimes. I don't like to forewarn because then it's not natural. But we did go through like some 5 background kind of things that occurred in session 1. So kind of like we did with the rules kind of stuff last session. We'd like to go ahead. I would like to see if somebody would like to take a turn and kind of give a recap of what happened to them. Because I can give you my point of view, but that doesn't mean it's your point of view of what occurred. So. So it does look like
I don't know what that means.
what does that mean?
My nose is fun.
So that means
You're it.
You're
yeah.
on
you are it.
Alright.
Just a recap of
What happened to Kragar?
Yes, your highlights, what you feel was important to your character.
So Kragar was hanging out in kind of the center of this little town that he was in. It was very dark, near midnight. He was scoping out this one particular house where he was just trying to track somebody that he had a contract on. He was approached by this weird, short creature. Basically long legs, long arms, but very short, a very squat body. The fact that he walked right up to Kragar was unusual because even when Kragar is in a room full of people, in the middle of the room, nobody notices him. So when he's trying to not be noticed, it's exceedingly rare that somebody actually can see him. So anyway, comes up, talks to Kragar, and he talks about how something very bad is about to happen, and that if he doesn't drink these little vials of liquid immediately, then they will happen to him too. And that's his only way off or out of the danger. This little creature dude drinks the same potions. It tastes like some really, really good ale. So he has no problem getting them down. And things go black, and then I wake up. And that's kind of where we're at right now. Go, Kragar.
Woot woot. Oh, and I have that. Hold on. Go Kragar. Go Kragar. Yes. All right. So now you don't have to touch your nose.
Now you get to pick.
Oh,
Right, last week we let you pick.
my nose.
Yeah.
Yeah, anytime you want.
I'm so confused.
This guy
Oh, joy.
right here.
These guys.
So when last we saw him, Jaya was studying, practicing, accumulating different, I don't know the word for it, potables, I guess?
Oh.
No, maybe not potables. That's not the word I want. But anyway, he was basically eating dinner.
Edibles?
And kind of, actually. And similar situation, he suddenly hears a voice coming from off to the side towards his bed. Turns and sees a small, if I'm remembering, very fat creature with hair sort of in patches and not at all neat. The image in my head really grossed me out. Rather than producing 2 vials, it produces 2 buckets of mead and insists that Jaya needs to drink them because they have to go. He also asked Jaya for some of his snacks, which to most living creatures are deadly. After denying him a few times, Jaya finally just agreed and said, "Sure, help yourself." The little guy might have died. I'm not entirely clear on that.
You don't know.
Things faded to black, and he had what was sort of a religious experience, assuming who was speaking to him is who he thinks was speaking to him. And then the next thing he knows, he's hearing a voice sort of urging him to wake up. And that's the last that we saw. I'm just going to keep it going around the table.
Ditz was trying to make a deal, or trying to con her way out of stuff, per usual. Guy, tiny little guy, which we found out is pretty crazy, came up to her and was like, "Hey, drinks?" And she's like, "Yeah, of course." It's like, "Yeah, sure, I could probably get money out of this guy. Let's try to see what I can do." And so went there. He's like, "All right, need at least 2." I'm like, "All right, 4. Make it better." But we went 2. We did end up having 4. I don't remember. And then he almost stabbed me.
It was 8.
Had a knife, and I was like, "Oh, this isn't okay." Stabbed the table. Portal went, whoop, and then voice talked to me, and then someone was trying to wake me up. Wait, that's not.
I recall that.
Do you recall what?
Yes, I do.
All right.
Hey, what's up?
Hi. So, last time, Tanya and Griff were approached by a creature that they have never seen before, who very generously offered them gifts and told me to lube my parts. I accepted. And
I think I'm
That's just going to be a recurring joke.
I'm blushing, actually. I'm blushing. All right. Check the red balance.
Check.
And I heard a little voice on my head say, "Confirmed. Everything went black. Sad things were said."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
that's sad.
I don't know if Tanya is still with me.
What is this?
So Tanya and Nancy?
What?
Nancy and Tanya? Or what was the...
Griff and Tanya. Everything went black, and I was being woken up, and that's about it. Go ahead, Sarah.
Damn it, I thought you guys would forget on this life. Maybe I had already. Okay, so Trillian, the sad little creature that she was wandering her planet Scref.
Is that her official
alone.
title? Trillian the Sad?
Trillian the Sad, yeah, of
Okay.
course. She's not sad anymore, she has a friend now.
That's right.
So she was wandering her planet, like, looking for minerals and just, like, being her sad little self. Then all of a sudden, minerals, delicious.
Nutrients.
That's good
Then
minerals.
a cute little puppy, even though it was like, it claimed it wasn't a puppy, approached her and then said, "Drink this stuff." And she's
not a
like,
puppy.
and she's like, "I shall name you Fluffy." Sorry. And then so she, being so delighted to have found a friend or somebody who would give her any kind of kindness, drank it and said, "Fuck this planet." Excuse me language. To the 12-year-old viewer.
Sarah, bleep it. Oh, too late.
Anyway, and then so she fell into the black sleep, and then when she was asleep, she had an amazing dream where she saw like beams of light that she could only imagine were her family that she's never met before, and then and then it seems like she was about to wake up. Not very good.
So you're a chakra.
Huh? I'm a chakra. That was a cackle.
Chakra.
So that was me.
Yep.
Oh, and then here's a little doodle of me. This was
Yeah, we
her.
need to scan that.
It's her, but it's all covered in schmutz now. But yeah,
Do you have a definition for schmutz?
schmutz. Isn't
It's a
that?
Yiddish term.
It's Yiddish. Means
Yes.
like shit.
Yeah.
Stuff.
So there's shit on there?
Not
Like
literal
shit?
shit. It's a bunch of
It's like
schmutz.
Meshuggah.
Well, that's Meshuggah. I thought that was like grandma. Meshuggah? Like a good. No, I don't know what Meshuggah is.
Also Yiddish.
We'll get some pictures of those because those are super cool.
Sarah's a good artist.
No,
Good
I'm doodler. Here's my X card.
doodler.
Oh.
Oh yeah, and that was something we're talking about. We're gonna do the X card.
Yeah, why is your extra so cute?
He's sad. He's
He
like,
looks really
I was
uncomfortable.
like, how
Like,
can
I don't like talking.
How can you be offended? It's like, hi.
Slightly uncomfortable.
Just
Let's
change
change
the
the subject. Or to put a penis on it. Just
I mean, it's
Make it
under
obvious.
the pants, I
A
assume.
hidden penis.
Yeah,
There we go.
The second best kind of
Yeah, that's where like.
it's hidden. Traded.
Proportionately, I think it makes sense.
it's Tom Jones.
Might be. But yes, we had some interesting interactions with
If you want one of those,
each and every one of you did with a race that you did not know, but they all had their individual little names. And for some reason, you all ended up having some sort of experience. But as they considered themselves travelers. They were travelers. They were trying to find you. Some of them knew you. Some of them did not. Some of them knew of you. But some of them did not. But yes, we're very encouraging to take 2 vials or buckets of something to make sure that you felt okay. Was most of some of their dialogue told you that. The other people just didn't know how to tell you that. But yes, as you go into your slumbers and have certain types of dreams or visions or something out there that's within you, except for one, you don't know yet, because we don't know with synthetics and dreams. But yes, everything is dark, and you hear a snapping of fingers, kind of in a faint way, from the background. It gets a little bit louder, and you hear like, "Hey, wake up, sleepyheads! I said wake up!" And you rise. You start to wake up, and all you can see is a very bright white feeling. And the white, it's kind of like the flickering of like a fluorescent light. You feel like you're waking up to like the shuddering of a flashing light and something old. As your eyes adjust, as you're kind of all waking up simultaneously, you look around the room. You do see that each one of you has 4 other companions sitting at like an old school like learning desk from like middle school. old, tattered. You're all in them and asleep. And there's somebody at the front, legs perched up on their desk. Wake up! Wake up! What are you guys doing here?
I was hoping you could tell me.
I think
So
that's...
it's not
yeah.
just us.
It's just you. It's
Oh,
you
okay,
and
'cause you
4
said-
other people. 5
Okay,
total.
yeah. I wasn't sure if it was
Not
like
each
me
of us had
and
4.
4 others. Of,
She is not.
so I'm
This is awkward.
looking around. Is it?
Why
Are
is
we
there
all
a
like in a
floating rock?
line or just?
No, you're all like in scattered. You're not in. There's probably about
What?
30 desks in there. It's about a 25 to 30 foot by 30 foot room. Like white tile floors, white walls,
Are there windows that we could see?
small, very small, and you can't see out of them. It's got kind of like a bluish gray hue to the windows. They're small, 6 to 8 inches wide, and very linear. Tall, but couldn't fit something through it. You do see, you start to wake up and you're, let's go ahead and do, I think everybody, I'm going to start trying to do some rolls here, just so we can figure them out. Everybody do like a fortitude.
Fortitude.
If you
All the
don't
dice
have,
come out.
So you do a
Are you
d20
guys
for
good?
that, and then you
Yeah.
add the whatever.
Yes, you roll both.
So yes, if I don't have anything, I just do d20.
Yes.
So I'm gonna roll just empty.
And if anybody has any
Yeah.
sort of boons that, or feats that help that, make sure and do that too.
What are we rolling for?
26?
Fortitude.
It's like 3 to 2, but more.
So what is,
One more.
Less
and
than
that's,
5.
this is our first like roll, and we're like, whoa,
13.
right? But it would be based on, everybody rolls a d20. But what if you have a score in there, it'll tell you dice, you get to roll the d20 and those dice.
20 not natural.
Did anybody roll a max to where they have to roll again and add? Because open legend, exploding doors.
So fortitude is up here.
Oh, it's okay, I'm looking down here where it's
Yeah, that's what I looked at
Yeah, I was
first.
like, wait a minute.
Here are the troopers.
Yeah, I do. I am not sure.
Oh man, like,
We have
I
Kragar.
anyways, the worst.
Still got the 19 with the D4.
No, hold on. You roll the d4. What'd you get on the d4?
4.
So you keep, what's the total?
Are you serious?
What's the total?
19.
19. Roll the d4 again and add that to 19.
Okay. 22.
So you got a 22.
Oh, that's
See how that
pretty
works?
cool. Oh.
Same. 22.
22.
Yay.
12.
Blow up those
12.
dice.
Not fortuitous.
Did you just?
Hey,
No.
we mentioned
Very fortitudinal.
So basically, we're fine.
And 22, 22, and
Unless it's
29.
like
29.
20.
No, not natural.
The,
you are not
the crits, here's how crits work.
He's at
Crits
6.
work is by, you get to roll and add it again.
Right.
So there's no like critical success. The cool part is if you roll a 20 on your d20, the worst you can get is a 21. So it just goes up from there. So as you're waking up, it's pretty clear to you three. You can kind of see who's up front and in front. You two are feeling a little bit nauseous. However you got here and the concept of being in this place just makes you a little bit queasy. So we'll deal with that part. But you do see somebody up front lean back, very tall, very like light gray, hairless, like humanoid, feminine features, but has a dark voice. You can tell has been around for a very long time. You can see somebody up front, but you don't really care because you don't feel very good. Something's off in yours in your carbon-based system, and your system is just like something's not lighting a spark in there somewhere. Something's not a little bit off, like a transmitter is flickering. But that's what you see up front. Why are you here? I really need to get you guys the information from you guys before I go to lunch. It's about, I'm getting a little hungry. I need to go to lunch. You're not on the list. You're the last 5 here. Can you tell me a little bit so at least I can put... Do you have a serial number? Anybody have any credentials? Any information? Does anybody have your...
Would a name help?
Your name? Probably not. What system are you from?
I'm not familiar.
You're not a familiar.
I'm not familiar with what you mean by system.
Oh, like universe. No, are you well educated?
Yes, I would think I am.
Most of your type would.
Excuse me.
I hate this job.
Where's Tanya?
I don't know any of your guys' names, so I don't know what Tanya. Is that 2 words?
No, it's a name.
So, of the Ya clan?
No. Is this the same type of creature as the one that came and got us, except just
No,
small?
completely different.
Oh.
This is like an ancient, like light gray, very, very thin and tall, almost wispy in the movements. But you can tell it's been around for a long time, so it's kind of hates itself. You're kind of getting that, like,
Yeah.
it's the worst job
Middle school
they've
teacher.
ever had.
Are we the
So, Ton of the Ya clan. So it's a digital, like, readout, square, clear. Ya clan, Ya clan, Ya clan. But you can't read, you're seeing, like, glyphs on it, but it's not something, actually,
Can I see the code?
with you can see, like, the inverted side, right? So let's look at it that way. Let's do that because of what you are. Let's do that as wouldn't be something you would know. So let's do more of a logic.
Okay.
Because you wouldn't know it, but I think as the way you're built.
Okay, 12.
Shit.
Figure it out.
So 12, you do see the glyphs on there. You do see that it is definitely reading
Okay.
something. And it is, you could tell it's like searching for something, and it's going and it's scrolling through quickly. And it's reading it very quickly. No Ton of the Ya clan. So are you from the Ya clan?
No. A weird
That would be weird.
gray, 5-foot creature came to me and my friend Tanya and said that we would die unless I lubed up my parts, and we
Well,
came with him somewhere.
you should stay well lubed, as you know.
Yeah, but
That never works for me.
okay. So first, where are we?
You've made it to the Oogachaka prison.
Oogachaka. That's amazing.
There's something funny about our warden's name. Yeah.
I
Wait,
slink
no
lower
one
in my
can anyone
chair.
understand her? Or
Yeah,
is
I
she just
can-
making weird
No, I
noises?
She
can
can-
rub my material, my fibers together like a cricket to mimic speech.
If you is that what you want to do? Because
No,
this
I'm gonna,
creature can totally understand whatever you're doing.
No, I might have giggled at the whatever I giggled at the Oogachaka. And then I slink down lower and shyly.
Oogachaka. He is the warden.
Is your hook on the feeling?
Who knows?
Pass it out.
Yes? No? Anybody want to give me some information? You've
Well,
asked
apparently-
about Ton of the Yaw
I
clan.
have no idea.
Still haven't
what's
given me
going
any
on.
information about yourself. You
I'm still feeling
expressed some sort of small gray. It looked like me.
Did it look like you?
No, it didn't at
Okay.
all. Out of
Okay. No, it didn't look like you.
Do you happen to be able to provide a hologram of that being?
Can I try? Like, can I just try to display a hologram of it?
Yeah, I think so. Being the character that you are, being who you are, I think. I don't know where we put that one at, to be honest. Might be an energy or a creation.
I have better energy, so can I roll?
So I will let you do, because creation would be creating it as an art, but energy. Let's do an energy. Do an energy
Okay.
check to see if you can show me what you're trying to express
Just
through words.
Show them what you got.
Show me what you
got.
got.
I think we're gonna be quoting the same stuff.
Oh yes. 23.
22. So how do you want to present? Tell me how you want to present that to me.
So I'm gonna hold out my hand, and a little hologram is going to just slowly rise, showing the creature in like a 3D model rotating, so I can see the entire thing.
Okay. Holds up its pad to here. It goes through, and they can see it clear through here. It's curious.
Do you know what this creature is?
Yeah, it's in the database. But that planet doesn't exist anymore. You're describing something that it's called a peck. Kind of weird historical little creatures. They believed in something that was very, very old and hasn't existed for hundreds of thousands of years. So you're saying what happens with you in this peck?
So it came into our cave on our little desert planet. I'm not sure if it was little.
Oh, look at
On our
there.
desert planet.
Desert.
And it said it brought us gifts. No, it brought me gifts, and it said that it would bring Tanya. It would take Tanya and I somewhere, or else we would die. And it said it was going to leave like 6 minutes. It gave
Ooh.
us a very short time.
Probably didn't read the. Yeah. What system?
Don't know.
Oh, you're as bad as this guy. Do you know what system means?
Yeah,
Can you? What do you go by?
Griff.
Griff. Synth named Griff. Can you try and explain to this gentleman what a system is? That'd be helpful. 'Cause
Do you know
I
what-
really need to go to lunch.
Do you know what a star system is?
I'm familiar with planets revolving around a star, if that's what you mean.
Is that it? I'm not 100% sure anymore. I'm like, wait.
As the way your character is built, you know what systems are.
Okay.
Space travel,
Alright.
the way gravity works, the whole science and biology of creation and carbon-based and whatever-based creatures out there. You understand that 100%.
Okay.
Depending on how you feel, your character might think that planet's the only one. Tell me.
I was sort of looking at it as like, it's a fairly developed planet, but they don't rely on technology the same way that most planets would. So while they're aware of their planets, they're not aware that space travel is a thing.
Okay, are they aware of other life on other planets?
No.
Okay. So that's the conversation.
Do they think there could be? Or that there likely is, and they just don't know?
They don't know, and they have never seen anything to either confirm or deny it.
Humans.
Kinda.
But finding out there would be other life out there would not, like, completely...
It wouldn't be this like
shake.
mind-shattering revelation, no. It would be like equivalent to a human finding out about it.
Okay.
They probably suspected that there is, but
Right.
So she's going through Griff.
That's she.
Do you have any sort of serial number at all?
Nope.
Anybody else? Anybody know this Griff?
I've never seen him before. Him?
What about?
Him?
I don't
I
know.
would
They
say-
have gender.
Them?
I would suspect.
Well, this is
you
Jaya
would.
asking Griff. Like,
Yeah, I don't know if
Okay.
robots have genders.
Do you just kind of go like,
Know
Are we still
anything
going up?
of this?
I slink lower in my seat.
They're usually a lot smarter than that.
Am I able to do anything other than hold my gut?
Everybody, you're just feeling nauseous. You're starting. It's starting to come to fruition of the situation. It's taking you guys a little bit longer. That's all it is. It's just like
Okay. So I
getting
can-
to this point roughed you up a little bit. You feel sore and a little sick, but you're bearing through it. I mean,
So I'm going to ask, who are you?
oh,
And how did we get here?
how you got here? I have no idea. The guy up front, he calls me Margaret, but Oogachaka, he doesn't call me really much of anything. I don't need this. I'm pretty much contained in here. Just processing, but
So where do we go now?
give me your information. I'll get you out of here so you can get processed.
What do you want?
Processed for what?
It's a prison ship.
are we here as prisoners?
Why else would you be here? I don't give a shit less why you're here.
Look,
All I know is I need to process you. You go out front. You're standing there, get your stuff, and you get put on your little.
this Peck character that
Oh yeah.
Griff was describing sounds very similar to the one that I interacted with.
Did it look like that one? Can you pull that up again? Did it look like that one?
Not the same, but perhaps related. Same type of creature.
Related. He taps on the thing. Was like, maybe my connection's bad or something, because they're not supposed to exist anymore.
I was also approached by one similar to them.
yeah.
And I don't know about everyone else, but I drank a couple vials of something.
You had to lube up too.
No. I just drank.
'Cause that would be
Same thing
kinda
that this gray Peck drank. And lights flashed, everything went dark, and here I am.
Huh.
I committed no crime. I wasn't arrested.
I don't know if that's
So
let's be honest.
if someone's attempting to arrest me, that would be a mistake.
Mistake. Yeah, I hear that a lot. Most people claim they're innocent. Well, it's not up to me. I just process people. I don't know how you got here. I started my shift. You're sitting here. You're all napping. So maybe it takes a while. All I know is I need to get your information. I get you out the door.
So what do you need from us in order to begin
Who
the
are
process?
you?
My name is Jayavish Orandal Ayo Manaramas.
Oh Jesus.
That's specific. So it puts that in.
Do you need more?
Ah. How in the universe did you get out this far?
Similar story to these two. One of the Pecks found me,
Apologies.
fed me 2 buckets worth of mead.
The Pecks are known for doing some weird stuff. But at least you're here. Good for you. Good for you. So it starts marking down on this old crusty, piece of notebook paper in a sense. Jots down with its finger. There's nothing in the hand, and that one disappears. All right, one down.
Dits?
Are you from the clan too?
I'm from my world. I don't know. We only really like our people, apparently.
So give me, and we'll go ahead and if you guys can describe this will give you your chance in game to talk about your character. This will be kind of an introduction of characters because this person needs to know. Let's start with you and elaborate a little bit more, and you can actually be like character introduction.
Sure.
So describe what we look like.
Yeah.
and
Yes.
everything, since the first time we're seeing
Yeah,
everybody.
because I'm looking at it.
Segue
Right.
Margaret's looking at you. I'm gonna send you right to Oogachaka. If you're not careful.
I mean, it sounds like I'm going there either way. So
Saying Oogachaka with a straight face is really hard.
I'm giggling every time you say bad boob. Sorry.
So, I actually look fairly human-like, although I don't have any hair, and my skin is sort of a pale mixture of blues and greens. It's hard to describe, other than what I look like, or other than what I am, that's pretty much all that it would look like to all of you, is basically just this weird bluish-greenish person. So, my name is Jayavish Oran del Ioman Ramis. I live in the city of Golraga, on the continent Ashari. I was raised to harvest and plant. I have found another calling for my life. I assume that is what brought me here, as what I do is not strictly legal in most senses. Much as my companion here said, I've been charged with no crime, so I don't fully understand why I'm here. But I assume if I'm here, you already know what I do for a living.
And Margaret has expressed, it's like, I don't really care why you're here.
Right.
Whether you did a crime or I don't care. I'm getting a little hungry. It's time for me to get something to eat.
Feeling a little peckish.
Yeah.
Fletch.
Oh. The X card.
That's really
puns.
good though. I'm into that one. I don't really care. Just trying to get your information. Thank you so much. I got your logbook. Once you talk to the warden and everything, I'm sure we'll get everything squared out for you. There's no truth in that.
Right.
She's like,
Sure.
I could give a flying F.
Right.
I'm, kind of thing. Go ahead and you can introduce your character and explain it and tell you where they're from.
So I'll just tell Margaret.
Okay.
I'll go to Ranch. My name is Kragar of House Jarek. I am from a land called Atlanta. And that's pretty much all I say. Now, as far as what you guys see, I'm sitting down. I'm very cramped. If this is like an actual middle school desk. Standing up, I'm about 7 feet tall.
There you go.
I'm thin, kind of light brown hair, thin angular face, clean shaven. Clean shaven in a way that makes you think that I can't grow any facial hair, even if I wanted to. I'm wearing fairly subdued, muted clothes. And in fact, until I spoke, none of you even realized I was there. So I'm just that unremarkable.
7 foot, unremarkable.
It's a gift. Otherwise, I'm just wearing kind of normal pants, a shirt with a cloak. I'm seated in a way that probably makes me look like I could get up out of that thing really quickly if I needed to. So I look ready, but casually ready.
Casually ready.
That should be like a
Keep your
gap.
distance.
Yeah.
That is a hashtag gonna happen.
Casual ready. Rough it.
I don't think that those work synonymous with each other, but I think they're both.
So does she type in my name and whatnot? or-
I. Can you explain systems to him? 'Cause I don't know where his system.
I don't know what system you're talking about.
We'll have to do some more research on that. Maybe some internal organ work.
I'm so sorry.
So we'll put you down for a scan. All right.
Scan, probe. I mean,
We're in prison, I mean.
And yeah,
just an
she,
interior
and
scan.
as she does, we'll put you down for a scan. And holds up her pinky, and it's like 7 inches long.
Here's a parcel.
Can I please get the rest of you processed? Please. Please.
Bueller?
I can't tell you much, but I can tell you that my name is Trillian. But I don't
Trillian.
actually. That's
Is that
I
a
gave it to
self-proclaimed name?
yes. I've lived alone on my planet for as long as I can remember. I am the only one of my kind on the planet. Otherwise, they're all humanoid, fleshy, dumb folk. So I live on the outskirts of the planet, and they're fleshy meat bags. It's a mining planet called Shkref. I don't know anything.
Scruff!
Shkref.
Let's see. What in the... Why are you on that planet?
I don't know.
That is way out of your system.
I have vague memories of being in a different planet, but that's as far as I know. That's
Way out of your system.
and then what you see is I'm a little like a humanoid shaped child-sized figure made of fibrous like material, like tendrils, and the inside of me is sort of like a ball of energy. You can kind of see poking out like a little glow. But so I'm just like strands of, and then I've got a cloak kind of over me. So mostly you can see just the shape of a little child-shaped, humanoid-ish shape, but mostly I'm made of metallic-y fiber kind of things,
And
and
yeah,
I'm
for-
very quiet.
looks familiar to you. The shape.
Yeah.
But that's it. Not the material, not what the size or how she's made, but something's eerily.
It's like a walking statue of baling wire.
Do I
Yeah,
notice
like
the glow?
think Wooly Willy.
What's that?
Do I notice like the glow?
Well,
That's less bad.
your companion was more built of like dust and stone through their energy.
Yeah.
So to be with you, it needed to have some sort of figure that looked normal, so you could, at least try and pass through villages. But similar, just like on a much more stone cave-like dust from the planet you're at, adaptation of what you're, but you recognize some things eerily like familiar, because I don't know if, let's do one. Let's do,
What?
I think it would be, well, I don't know the logic. I think it would be more, yours would be more, I would like you to do a learning.
Perfect.
Like, what did you, what do you know? What have you learned over the years about yourself and stuff like that?
Because although I'm still young, like childish, but that's been my only,
To find out where you're from and
directive,
find out where to go, yeah.
Yeah, because I obviously don't fit here. I have memories of a previous planet, but I don't really know.
What'd you do over the summer?
Yeah. Oh, that's so bad. 9.
Fine.
So
9?
something oddly familiar about this. There's something familiar. You guys are finding out something familiar about each other. The only reason, do you know about the Impai? And
Yep.
Okay, so you know what she is. You know basically that her kind created you. Many centuries ago, created you. Your whole kind was created by them. But you have just kind of this strange, you kind of understand the makeup of this innately for some reason, and you don't even know why. But you have no idea what it is. You can understand it somehow. So she does look that bad. She's. I'll have to go through those files. All right. So, do you know how many? So, what planet was that? Do you know how many sun cycles you were there?
10 or 11.
Okay. So you can see he just types in a search and just starts scrolling. What about you?
I'm Ditz. I'm a Jack from Smith.
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 And looks at stripes.
Yeah. Stripes, yeah. Exciting.
So
And
explain your character.
Yeah, so Kachef from Smith. Only Kachek, they're a human-like race, and they have feline-like stripes on their bodies and sometimes the face. The more purebred they are, the more fine and detailed their stripes are. And their eyes can be just like felines, a multitude of colors. Red eyes are frowned upon, and light green and light blue are praised. The world's kind of separated from the wealthy, more purebreds, and everything else. She was a wealthy purebred. She didn't like it, so she went to the Brunt side. It's basically if you're purebred, and even if you have perfect stripes but red eyes, it's not uncommon to be disowned and then kind of banished type thing. So she didn't like that. She didn't quite understand that side of the world, so she kind of left it for the other side. And she's very witty, and she turned into a con artist. But she looks perfect, so people trust her. She looks pure and everything. So but except for her purple hair. That one they don't quite. Yeah, very
Right? That's ridiculous.
yeah.
People
So
are
quite witty.
How ridiculous.
And likes the diversity.
So
And
with your learning and your do you have anything in your learning, as a modification?
Yeah.
Okay. What's your score in learning?
1.
Okay, so you at least get something.
Yeah.
I'd like you
B plus.
to do a learning, just because of, I'm just putting it out there, with your race, that might be something to move around. Because that would be, you'd be very knowledge. So I'm going to go ahead and give you advantage on learning.
With advantage, do I roll the d4 twice?
So yeah, you roll 2 d4s and pick the higher one.
Okay.
Okay. I do want you to just do a straight learning. I don't know what you have.
It's a 1d6.
Okay, but roll that as a straight learning.
So as not including the 20?
Yes.
Okay. Fine.
And roll a 20.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, so how much?
13.
Okay,
Those are
and what do you got?
36.
Did you explode?
Yeah,
Twice.
twice.
Wow. What? See, that's a big
Wait,
deal.
Wait, exploding dice card. Sorry.
I'll have to come up with a noise for exploding dice, because that's cool. Oh, I might have an
Oh, yeah, it's
explosion.
not a base.
Hold on. This one's better.
36, I gain all of the knowledge of everything.
Yeah, that's fine.
What are you?
I don't have it. I'll find
Everybody
it.
just make a noise at the same time. But it'll be more resonant.
I did have it, and we had a USB issue that I was talking to you about, and it disappeared. So, let's do this.
Oh.
Explosions.
Yes. So we're gonna have that be an explosion, because that's kind of fun. So you rolled a what total?
36.
Jeez.
Nice.
Somebody jot that down. 36 is the highest roll so far, thus far in the whole game.
Here we go.
36. So you know exactly the sect, SECT, of the planet and the system that she comes from, just because it was part of your programming and it was just something that was in there. You know all about, when she's explaining it to Margaret, you're like, not even a problem. You know all about that stuff.
Yeah.
You're like,
Let me tell you what really happened.
you're kind of like, I think I saw a cat once, but not on my planet. Maybe in a book. That's how that kind of went down.
Minor or
Yeah.
I was a minor on a minor.
Minor and minor.
Minor's minor.
full minors.
So you see the database kind of go boop, 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 boop. It was like, oh, you've been missing for a while. Haven't been back in quite a while, have you? Just so you know, you guys should really check into the database every once in a while, because I don't know if your planets have made it. Well, that's not my department, but now I've got you. I don't know who you are yet, but we'll get you suited up just fine.
Great.
Just fine.
Thanks.
What do you say made it?
Planets made.
Oh, when I say made it, like they were trying to put something through there. Some of your planets were up for like movement or displacement or just destruction. So we'll see. I honestly don't care. It's not in my database. I just need to know who you are. Let's get you processed. Let's get you out the door. All right, sing file up. Come on out. So she goes up. Oh, go ahead.
Was she implying get shut at the door like we get to leave?
Yeah, you're getting processed. So she's
Out
But
this
she
door.
wasn't implying that we're free after this. Just being dishonest, or would it seem as if she was?
you can check.
No, I don't.
You can
I mean,
check.
what I, okay,
you
I
want
will
to?
check. Yeah, I just
I
want to see
mean,
if I
I'm
felt
cool
like she was
with
being
dice
dishonest.
rolls. I'm cool with
Is that
dice
okay?
rolls at that point.
Sorry.
And that would be well, depends on what you do. Just do a regular perception.
Okay.
Trying, because there's not really an insight kind of thing on here. But we'll just.
Man, I'm not rolling well. It's 11.
But it's pretty.
I'm
But it's
right.
pretty clear that she don't care
Okay.
at all. just trying to get you in the database and out the door. She's filled out a few. She's filled out 3 that have, like, it's kind of like they dissipated in small little flames, wispy blue flames. And the other ones, you can see the pad's just like scrolling through tons of data. It's working on you 2. And you guys know this. It's like you 2 is like, don't know. Mystery.
Can I try to scan the pad to see like where's all the information coming from?
Absolutely. What do you have that would you can absolutely try? What would you like to use? Do you have any sort of power that would let you do that?
I was just gonna like scan it, just.
In what though? I mean, because you got to look. It's like you have boons available to you. Let's look into that. Look into boons. You have tons of boons available to you, and to do a boon on your power level, you can roll to see if it works. So
What's the power level I can use?
Yeah, you have power levels in there. This is a great segue to talk about the rules.
Nice.
The role playing part we'll get back. But as a boon, if you look up your rules, boons are basically whatever power level you have. Because if you look at your, I say power level, but it's going to be your score level, right? So let's say a boon cost is, you want to do a boon of the power level 5. And the power level is of alteration, right? That's what the boon needs. So you have let's say, what do you have a 5 in supernatural? Anything?
No.
What do you have? What's your highest in supernatural?
What do you mean supernatural?
The
Just
supernatural on the bottom left.
bottom left?
Right here, supernatural section.
The supernatural.
There is a supernatural
chunk of abilities.
Bottom left on your attributes. Sorry.
Oh,
Right there.
Extraordinary.
Extraordinary.
Yes.
Extraordinary.
Alteration creation.
Yes. I
Oh
apologize.
yeah, I have 4.
On what?
Energy.
Energy.
Yeah.
Use that. Let's find a boon. Let's do it. Let's search, guys. Let's
Actually, I
make
was
a little.
going to ask if I could do a mind dredge.
You can. I want to see if he can. Let's do that, and then we can go from there. Absolutely. So that means I got to pull out Margaret's little character sheet. This will be the fun part.
to like.
Oh,
Is this, I'm so sorry. Is this from the PDF of the core rules, or is this a nice map?
This is.
Or is that from that expanded from that? Oh, okay, got it. Never mind.
So
From the
Margaret.
character. Okay, thank you.
So do you find anything in a? Does anybody know of a boon that would help him in the sense? Because I think I have something in mind, but let's look.
To try to.
To try and read the data pad is what, and it's an energy. So there might be something in here. Let me look it up here real quick. Here we go.
I might have one. If he were to use light, could he say that the light itself is like a scanning, like almost like a barcode scanner?
That's
Type
what I was
thing?
kind of thinking.
You're talking about the boon of light.
Yeah. Like I know it's meant to like illuminate an area, but could he manipulate it to be a scanner?
I think so.
I would almost.
I mean, what do you think? What's another one?
Well, I was.
Energy based, because he has a foreign energy.
Both no.
Because light, we can coerce it, and then maybe see. And here's the thing, Brandon. For like, if you want to be able to do those types of things in the area, maybe it's to look through. Maybe that'll be one of your favorite boons. Find a boon that works, and then put it in your top of your list. That's how we'll get further boons. So you're thinking light.
I mean, in a way, it's kind of like he's doing a mind dredge. Right? But he's using energy to do it.
Let's do that.
not
But
prescience.
is mind rage an energy?
No, it's prescience.
Yeah, he needs more of a.
I'm only finding 5 that can use energy. That's aura, barrier, light resistance, or summon creature.
Aura?
Depends what aura is.
Aura,
Put something around
when you
it.
activate it, you choose another boon or bane that you have, and you basically create an area of effect at half of its normal power.
Yeah, because I see everything.
So I mean,
I'd say
again,
that
you
it was a
could explain it
shield.
into like a scan system. Could he use aura and light together? Like use aura to activate light to make that a scanner?
The light would be half the effect,
Maybe it
right?
would be light 2.
So you go to light 2. I don't know if you're watching the viewership. It's not like we're playing all this fun role-playing stuff, but this is part of the game, so we want to learn the system too. Yeah, I think. How about this? Yeah, let's do the aura to create an area of effect. We'll get very creative on there, and aura. So I'm gonna have you have to roll twice.
Alright, that's fine.
Okay, so as an aura, oop, I'm on the wrong one. I'm an absorb object.
That's
Not
one of
bad.
my favorite boons.
And you'd have to roll it as a power level 4. So if you're trying to do a boon, the power level of 4, you have to roll an 18.
Okay.
And does everybody understand how that works? Power level 4 times 2 is 8 plus 10. That's every
Okay.
single boon.
Got it.
Whatever power level you roll it at, that's what you're trying to do. Okay?
Alright.
Okay.
But that's if it's
If it's a level 4.
If
right.
level
But what
3
if it's
be
like a
60.
something versus something? Right. If you're going against somebody.
Yes,
then
and
it's
then it would
just-
go against...
Woo! Exactly.
It's just whatever you roll versus whatever they roll.
Yes, and that would be... that's more of your banes, though. Boons, yes. Most of your boons don't have... If you look through your boons, it
Yeah,
doesn't
well,
have like a challenge on this end.
Well, because you're not defending yourself.
Yeah.
Presumably.
So
you
the
want it to
boon is
succeed.
just for him to kind of understand
Yeah.
what's being seen in a backwards package. So you rolled an 18. You nailed the aura. So you have created. How do you want to express how you've created this light energy around this pad?
So, what I'm gonna. So, where is everyone right now? And, like, where's Margaret?
Margaret's just up on her desk. She's still got her feet
Oh, I didn't-
sitting on the desk. She
Okay.
has not gotten up at all.
Okay.
She could care less about getting up. It's
So-
grub time.
Okay. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have the light be produced from my eyes, and I'm just gonna, like, stare straight into the pad while sending my aura from my body into the pad to skin it. I mean, other way around.
So the lights are coming from your eyes to kind of
Yeah.
reflect and see what's going on inside of here,
Yep.
right? All right. So I'm going to see if she even notices it.
Okay.
You can see that you're seeing that light kind of go around it. You're seeing, you know that you can see it there, that it's working. They're like, whoa, I can see basically what's going on that whole pad.
Okay.
You can see Margaret looking at it like this and look over when she notices you and does not care. I was like, does not care. It's...
Dang.
And she even says it out loud. It's like, it's just data. You should have most of this available. So, without any issue, what are you trying to read?
For now, I just want to find out where all of their data is coming from. Like, what should I roll for that?
So the next one, because we do an aura to the other boon was... This is just to make sure the aura worked. And the
Okay.
other one, what was the other one we were thinking about that would work?
Light.
Light.
Light, and that's an energy based also.
Yep.
So, and I'm giving you 2 major actions, but we're not in combat or anything like that.
Okay.
So that's totally fine. So light, light is, I think, can you do a power level 4 on there though? On light?
I believe if you're
You do
using
1, 2, 3, 4. So I say literally just just roll your energy and see what happens.
Alright.
I mean, because as long as you roll a 12 or above, you're going to get some level of light,
Okay.
if that makes sense.
Ooh, 16.
So 16. So basically, you do a third level
Okay.
of light, if that makes sense.
Yep.
Third level would basically just light up a room, in a sense.
Okay.
But she really notices what you're doing. She's, you go by Griff, right?
Yeah.
All right. What are you looking for? I mean, if you can read that, go ahead. What are you trying to do?
Still not sure.
Because you know what you're trying to do. She don't.
Okay.
What are you trying to do? You can, if you understand the language, go ahead.
Do I understand the language? Like, does my character understand what it is?
Yes. It
Okay.
would be purely data.
Okay.
100% just data. And it's all system data. So your being would understand it. And where it's coming from, not so much.
Okay.
But you do understand, you see tons and tons of data. That some of it you've seen, some of you haven't. All databases, because it jumps around so much.
Yeah.
All that data is coming from, you can't even put a pinpoint on where. It's like almost everywhere.
Okay. So,
Is Griff able to make recall of all that?
He can recall most of it. I mean, because you can nitpick the stuff that you
yeah.
don't know and pick up on some of it. But it's really just data. It's really just system data, planet data, star data.
I just meaning, can Griff store it?
To a point. We'll get to how far you can go with
Okay.
some of that. We'll get to some logistics of that. Because you are,
Big
you're
computer.
different. Than a you know,
Synth.
you're different than just a synth too. And that's why you're like very curious. She can't, she finally found something of you. She knows where you're from, just hasn't located who you are. So, and you want to do what? Do you want to try and mine something?
Mind dredge.
Do it. Try it.
Alright.
And that is against her what? Because that's a
It's a bane.
yeah. That's against her what though?
Resolve.
Okay.
So I'm going to attempt power level 4.
And so you mind dredge. You're trying to get in there and pull information.
Yeah, so power level 4 is just the power may target creatures of any intelligence. You gain access to the target's current thoughts.
Right. By facial expressions, you could see that she doesn't care less.
Yeah.
By what you get into her mind, you can't see crap. It's like you're like, this works very well on my planet. It's like this is very easy for me. And then you go up against her, and she looks up. She notices. Well done. And keeps searching through her database, but you access nothing.
Okay.
She senses it. She has a resolve of 19. So, just like, well done. You're not getting in the way of my lunch. God, Lord, you guys just line up. Let's get out of here. So you see on the side of the side of the room, on the opposite side of all these little bluish windows, the bluish gray kind of door kind of just opens up, like a slit, kind of goes and pulls aside. And it's large. It's probably about 10 foot tall by about 4 feet wide. You could tell that it's a lot bigger than anything you guys need to use to go through. But you know that you're not the only sized creatures that need to go through there. So, You see outside, you can see that blue wisps away. And you can see kind of a guy outside there, kind of a guy. But you can see that it's got male features, like a little bit tougher features. Very bright, like blue skin that seems to have like flames coming out of it. Just sparkling flames come out of there. Nice big pot belly. Standing there with his arms blowing through.
Welcome to the Hunger Games.
Similar. But the hair's on his body now. Instead of on here. No, but the small little blue flickering flames blowing through. 5 of them this time, huh, Margaret? He's like, I don't care.
Margaret.
Margaret's really superior.
All right.
Realistic.
Let's go. What do you guys want to do?
What does the interior of the ship look
Yeah,
like?
what's the word?
Interior of the ship, very similar to that bluish gray. You'll see some offshoots to the room, to like little doorways that have been opening up. But as you get out of this, like strangely like 1972 prison holding cell, DMV, whatever, government, like a government building room. You've all been to the DMV. It looks very, very similar with no desks, no like people working behind desks, but just little desks for people to sit in, and like that middle school desk from the 70s sitting up at the front. That's what that room you just came out of. But when you come out of that room, it's all that very glowing, sparkly, like blue tunnels that connect to these rooms. Through them, you can kind of see a hint of like there's nothingness out there. Space, there's emptiness, but in little offshoot hallways, there's these little rooms. They go everywhere, and the larger tunnel that's quite large, you can go through, and you see other people coming through. Everyone's other beings from like we have very low to the ground, large hippopotamus-looking, slimy creatures. Some of them may look similar, maybe not similar, but familiar to you. Maybe. None of them look familiar to the rest of you. It's just kind of like you see none of them from your planet, none of them, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, just these big, large, bluish, sparkling hallways. And he's just standing out there. Let's go. Process 5. Process 5. Guys, let's get moving.
All right, I'm gonna get up out of my seat and walk towards the door.
I'm following.
Can I like try to? Do I know what type of creature this is?
This one, no.
No.
This one is not in your database. But it is. It has like glowing, like yellow eyes. Again, he's doesn't look grumpy, but he's just, come on. You can tell he's just a guard. Like, and there's only one, just him, all by himself in the hallway.
I'm gonna make a new folder called "New Thing."
It's just like, untitled folder in your database.
Dash copy.
Yes. Yes.
What's he wearing? Like in terms, does he have any gear or anything? Or
Nothing. It's literally like it's like the very scale. He doesn't need it. There's nothing. It's all scale, and then like bluish, small little flames. Just kind of. They're only 1 inch to 2 inches.
But no like
It's a dragon
gear or
No gear.
objects or
Nope.
anything that he. Okay.
Nope. And as you guys realize, as you're walking out of here, you guys don't have any gear either.
Okay. Huh.
We'll get it.
I don't remember.
Then All
Like,
everyone
everyone's
else.
like, hi, and you're
There's
like,
some that
"Sweet."
don't, some that don't, some that do. You know, it's like, but you really is like,
I'm also very naive, so I'm just following.
you're in your normal garbs, but if there was any gear on you of any sort, it is gone.
Okay. And Secret, I'm like, where all of our stuff, right?
It's very safe. It's very safe. No worries.
Is
You'll get
it
when you get out.
safe in a safe?
Safe in a safe.
Or is it just safe?
Trickery. There's a lot of your type in here. With that kind of, I think they call it silver. Yes. Tongues of silver.
Okay.
He has an
Yep.
intelligence of -1. He also didn't answer her question.
Thanks for answering my question.
You're very
Not-
welcome.
Yeah.
You're very welcome.
What do you do on your spare time off?
Nice.
She's gonna get us out of here.
Just come on. Do what you gotta do.
Spare time.
You only work?
Margaret! The door's closed. You can see her back there just like, and the door closed. She's like eating something out of some sort of strange container with their long 7-inch fingers. Some of it's still moving, and pulling it out of there, and she just looks up, and the door just, and he's like, it's time to see Oogachaka.
What do you do for fun? You just work?
Surely we can have this conversation on the way.
I don't
Are we walking
know.
yet, or are we
No,
still standing?
As far as I know, we're still
it's time to
You
go.
sure? Okay.
Follow him or do you want to see?
Can we?
But wait, what's your name? What is your name?
Oh,
That
hey,
was early.
You just don't want to be
my name.
No, locked up yet.
And he tells you, he says something. It's more of like it's like the sound of fire. It's more like, but around here they call me Boris.
It is nice to meet you, Boris.
I think it's nice to meet you.
We'll hope.
Let's go see Oogachaka.
Okay, let's go see
you-
Oogachaka, everyone. Time for hanging out with Oogachaka.
And he makes that another, like a flaming sound. And you can see the kind of the flare up of the flames on him. You wouldn't understand it.
Would she understand it? Because she's that thing in her
She
ear?
might.
Or the dust?
I
Thing in
want.
the ear,
That's the thing. That's why I was trying to go. Yeah, I'm just gonna say you understand it. And he's basically goes, she confuses me. Like you could tell, like he has this, like, I don't know what to do with this. Let's go. And walks down.
Nobody makes me feel my feelings.
No, it makes me bleed my own blood. But all you see is this hallway and all these little creatures and stuff. And you're starting to get in a line of probably 20 or 30 others. And down the end of the hallway, you do see another portal door. And up at the top, you basically see like this wooden kind of plaque up top. And there's basically like, if y'all would know what a fish would look like, right? But you have like this big, large fish on top of it, and it's just spinning back and forth like this. Let's go, Oogachaka, 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 and everybody starts walking. You can't stop, but like, Oogachaka, Oogachaka. So like 20-some people are walking through this strange hallway, and you come to the door. It's your turn to enter, and And all you can hear inside of there is that Oogachaka, Oogachaka. And I want you guys to go ahead and do everybody do a fortitude check.
12.
I got 9.
Hey, twinsies again.
Robot dancing.
Where are you at?
12.
Just always gonna roll the same.
Yeah.
things.
I won't
It has
even
been
roll
decided.
anymore, Yeah.
16.
So you got
17.
17, 16,
12. Also 12.
12,
9.
9.
Or so did.
No matter what you feel inside of you, no matter what, you break into the best dance that you can feel inside of you. Like the last big party you went to, that's the dance you're doing. I want everybody, we're going to come back after break, and everybody is going to tell me how they're dancing as we walk into Oogachaka's office. We can go to break.
Oh joy.
Full screen live.
Maybe, like, do you ever...
What?
What?
Giggity.
Yay!
What? Are we live?
We are live.
Oh my god.
With no warning whatsoever.
Yeah.
You should
That's my favorite part. We don't.
The real.
Okay, when I do the other show on Tuesdays, and I love you, Hans, and I think it's so funny when I click live and wait
And
like
just wait.
3 minutes before I tell him, and I think it's some of the best video entertainment in the world because everybody's just being them. So, because we do have video statures and stuff, I act a little bit differently. I talk out of the side of my mouth more, I think, when a camera's on me. Does everybody notice that?
You have like a mild stroke.
Oh, it was the camera.
I'm the wild card. I'm so sorry.
Well, here,
We're gonna edit out Sarah in post again.
Something happened to Trillian. She died.
There's this weird blank screen on the right
I
side.
fell in the bathtub and
Oh, she was a toaster all along.
this thing, the camera adds 10 pounds or a stroke.
I was like,
Is that the
how
same?
many cameras are on me right now?
I weigh half a ton.
So, yes, I did ask that. I did say that to my wife when we were broadcasting last time. I was like, how come you didn't tell me there was a camera on all my chins? Okay? I was like, seriously.
On each one.
We don't need a camera on every chin that I have. No, it is what it is. But welcome back, whatever we're doing. I think we have a show going on.
Maybe.
Baby. New trippers. We're going to get right into it here in a moment. Yeah, sponsors. We just want to give a quick shout out to them. Arc Knight, we still have some giveaways. I know we got a new follower, I think. Is that correct? All right. So we had a new follower. I don't know the name because I don't pay attention to things if they're not.
It's good to know someone's on top of
If
it.
they're not in the game, I'm
Stroke.
I'm taking notes on. Oh, he did this and he likes this, but new followers I don't look at, and I apologize. I love all the new followers, but I know we have one. So shout out to new follower. Something.
Yeah,
Maybe I should read my
It's definitely
emails.
not me.
Hold on. It's probably not there anymore. Oh, it is. Elusive Zero. Elusive Zero.
yeah.
New follower.
That sounds like some really weird high concept math thing that like none of us
Oh,
know.
yeah.
Like the elusive
Much
zero.
smarter than us.
Yes.
It's like, all right, settle down, Fairmouth.
It's probably represented by some Greek symbol of some sort. But yes, the elusive zero. But thank you very much, because the more of those we get, more followers we get. Of course, that generates more hype for us. That's the biggest part. But also we give you guys stuff, the people that are viewing. So we do give away stuff. We have even more giveaways in my little mind that I need to still check with my financial advisor about that. But I do have some giveaways in mind. But right now we are giving away digital downloadable content from Arknight. So thank you so much, Arknight, for doing all that for us. Ambient Realms, of course, we work with them pretty closely. We do events at some of our local stores with Ambient Realms, which puts on some pretty sweet. We had a dragon last time it was pretty rad. That's only 2.
It is only 2.
Yeah.
You're falling behind.
So only 2. But the gong, you heard that, right? In case you want to get something to drink during break, you can pop one open. You know, all those kind of things. All those kind of things are available. Those are the fun ones that I'd like to find. But they have some serious, like, really spooky crap on there that's really cool. So check them out. Ambient Realms. They do support Huntington's Disease Society of America. And also Autism Speaks. Great causes out there. But let's get back into what in the world was happening. We're walking down. I say we, like, well, we are. Boris is. Flaming blue creature walking down. You guys, for some reason, cannot hold it back anymore. The last big, huge party you went to is all that can come to your mind right now. And you see this flapping fish on a plaque above a doorway. Oogachaka, 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 Oogachaka. So you release your deepest, darkest dancing with myself moves that you've ever done. Anybody want those old records off the shelf? So we have Kragar, who goes first. How is it affecting you,
His
Kragar?
underwear
Oh no.
and a dress shirt.
Yeah.
Sunglasses?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we all just dance at the same time? She likes word.
That is an interesting question.
I don't know if I have that.
You got the shoulder bob one? Like, yeah. Deepest, darkest
This is pretty
dance.
cool. This is pretty close.
He's not very deep,
Yeah.
not very dark.
Yeah.
Are we supposed to actually act it out?
Explain
No,
how
that's not
Kragar is. Can you explain to me how Kragar is getting it?
You have to say that
Getting it.
Yeah. Picture 7-foot tall, lanky guy in his second class of pop and lock.
Yes.
This
Like second class ever or like second level class?
Second class ever.
Wait, or something?
So really bad.
So his name from Seinfeld is what I'm imagining. Sorry.
really
Shit,
bad or
name
really
like that.
good? That's relative because some people are still in the first class.
Well, so it's bad if anybody else in the party knows what pop and lock is. But nobody does.
No,
So,
they wouldn't. It's only in your culture.
so they can
I've seen House
decide
Party.
based on their own moral fabric whether or not that's good or bad. I may be, I don't know, like attempting a mating ritual with somebody. I don't know.
Oh,
Inadvertently.
Who knows?
so
It's dancing.
second level pop and lock with pelvic thrust.
Checks out.
Yep.
Yep.
Got it. It's etched.
Well, it's not my pelvis, but it could be somebody else's.
Sounds like so-
All right. Is
But,
that
I
a
mean-
boon or a bane?
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, I might be doing this,
It's both.
and then,
We'll see what happens.
all the clothes come off.
Oh my god. This prison got a lot more interesting.
All of a sudden, we're just counting.
It's champagne
Can't put the
showers.
table
I've got a
anymore.
box of bars of soap, and I just throw them on the ground.
Chance.
I was thinking about him doing like a-
All right. Anybody want to?
I feel like my character is pulsing like to the waveform of like her her like body's like spazzing out, like shooting out the little fibers like in the waveform. Do you know what I mean? Like she's like a chia pet, like zing, zing, zing.
Like little spiky sparks.
Yeah.
Oh, like
They're pulsing out maybe like a
the
little spark.
lion in Fantasia.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Tempted to do that instead.
I like that sound. I got this one.
Imagine your guys just like.
No, that's definitely not my favorite thing.
Kind of like a pulsar star. I'm trying to envision it.
Like a little.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
She's feeling it.
Yeah. She's never been to a dance. She's an inside.
But you've read about that. Maybe.
Yes. Yeah. So she imagines this must be with all people.
So yeah, this is what they do.
Just twirl away.
They pulse and swirl. They send out sparks. That's what they would do. That's awesome. Okay. That goes Oogachaka, 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 Oog.
Alright, go.
Who's next?
Go.
So
Griff.
I was gonna just make my character basically do like a turbo kick class, just going at it, just bam, yeah, just go left and right, punching, kicking. But then she suggested that it just does the robot. That'd be amazing.
Do synths even dance?
Yes. Obviously.
Punch,
Wicked
kick.
robot moves
Yeah.
going on.
That's just rhythmic gyrations.
Ooh.
Funny enough, Ditz also does the robot.
So
Very,
you,
very
you
awkward
see
situation.
Griff and you're like, oh, I know that.
And it's like, shit, yeah.
You guys should do like the whole Friends thing.
Oh my gosh.
So,
I just can look at him, I'm like, oh my gosh, someone else knows this dance. What?
How is that possible?
Yeah, it's like, I thought it was the only one. I thought I made this stuff up, man. then
Turn down the two ambient rounds one, just a little bit, if it's loud and extreme. That's rad. Okay, 3.
3.
Not bad.
Dun, dun, dun.
19.
you should do the party rock show.
Is that a total?
I'm just doing the one.
No. If it was total, it would probably be like
This is
15 right
I
now.
was like, woo! All
You
right,
said rad.
I did. So,
We're up to 3.
robot.
Bro, yeah.
Oh.
Really
Pulsar.
awkward. It's like we're in the same dress to dance.
Yeah, we've got
It's like,
Kid and
oh,
Play
shit.
meets pelvic thrust. With a little pop and lock in there.
Sure.
If he knows, he's like, I think that's a bop. That might be a bop.
That's my teacher.
More pop than pop.
Possible pop-up situation happening.
Just popping the whole time. There's no. Just the popping. All right, we are on to you,
Yep.
Jaya.
So, Jaya's
A
is sort of
pronounced
this.
as an I.
Yeah. It's sort of this Twyla Starby, Martha Grammy, modern dance type. Like very low to the ground, very earth based. Sort of like almost like a tribal type thing.
Oh.
Like Ginger Rogers with no legs.
Kind of.
Like, I wish I could see. I don't know if I have anything.
This is appropriate.
That might work.
Like Fred Astaire, but on an escalator.
I'm in.
What?
I don't know what that is.
Do you just throw random words together?
It's like the righty manatees on. Never mind.
I really enjoyed it though. I'm picturing just when you said that, the tribal kind of thing, kind of like
Probably when those
the Matrix when they were in Zion down in the
Kind
cave.
of, yes.
The and everybody jumping up and down.
Pretty much, yeah.
Drums only kind of thing.
Yep.
Drums and maybe
It's
some
like that,
flutes.
like that one snake that when it's threatened, it pretends to be dead and it rolls over on his back, right? And then you take it and you flip it over and it rolls over on its back. And you're like, you just keep doing that
It's just like
over
So
and
you're-
over.
You're rolling him down the hallway. Let's just put it that way.
You're not
he's
dead!
He's doing a tribal dance.
He's not dead.
He's starting to do the worm
Right.
kind of thing, and you're like, "Ooh, I know that dance." So you keep rolling him down the
I'm like,
hallway.
God, dude, stop. Just let me.
I can't see you.
And as you get, you still got the Oogachaka playing up top. You're gonna hear it in your soul, right? It's not something that you can actually hear in your ears. But everybody's filing in. You're at the front. There's a doorway. It's wide open. You can see people filing in and going through to the left. And you see behind a large desk, a very large, fat, slimy, bluish, grayish, watery creature with a huge, fat suckerfish head.
What a
You know,
sucker.
Oogachaka.
Globfish.
Just, and that's all you can hear. You can understand, but he's like,
Send them through. Send them through. Send them. That one needs to call it death. 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 Send them through. Send them through.
that's what you can hear, but everybody else is just, and you can hear that you understand where he's from, but the language is not in your database yet.
I choose King.
Yes.
So that's what you see, and you're dancing in the doorway.
Sure.
Everybody else has gone through.
We dance in the street. Oh, sorry.
You could.
Are there streets in here? Is the real question.
This is Glory
Maybe
Dash
they go
Street.
right. But you're at the doorway, and that's what you're saying. That's all you guys can understand. Is just, and some people are going, some people are resisting. One guy one small half fox. It's like a fox cat dog, kind of like you don't have any idea what it is, but you can see it's not natural. And it's standing there just like you can say, and he just sending them through, like there's nothing going on.
Right.
Does anyone know what's he's blubbering about? What's going on?
The only one that knows is her.
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
asking me, and then I'll
Can
tell
I
you. And he's
understand?
saying that he's just having.
You know of the language, but you can't understand what he's actually saying.
He's sending people.
Oh, cool. Sweet.
And then maybe he also said something, go to the death. I think I heard that maybe. Not important.
Yeah, rough translation was go to the death.
Great.
Go to
Can-
death.
Can
Go
we
to
tell?
death.
Were there multiple
Is that the name of the
directions
club?
people were going?
No, they're all going the same direction.
Oh,
Is there
send them
multiple
through
directions
to their
to go, or is there only the one?
There's cake and death.
Yeah, there's only one guy standing there, and as they're coming through, now Boris is standing at the front, still looking at her.
Is Boris dancing?
No,
Huh.
not at all.
It's weird.
Not at all. Not at all.
all
But they are
dancing
all
toward
going to the left, and you can see. And he's has a big stamp in his hand and just keeps going. And then grabs another one.
It's a trap.
And I'm getting inspired by that. But the same kind of thing is every time he hits it, it's kind of like it disappears.
Is it a different stamp or is it the same stamp for
There's two stamps.
Okay.
Every time he says to the death, it's
Got it. Different stamp.
yeah.
I just wanted to make sure we're all going to the death and he's just saying it intermittently. Yeah. Okay, that's all.
But they all go in the same direction. They're all going
Right.
to the same
Is
direction.
there any other direction to go?
It's a solid. It's maybe 10 by 10.
Okay.
It's a very small, and then you just see one of the 10 by 10 walls is basically non-existent because it's just a big opening portal that you kind of saw before that people are just going through, and as they pass through it, you can't see them. But it's like you're standing outside of a door, seeing the creature, right? And then to the left, you see another door, but you haven't even entered yet.
Got it.
But Boris is down there like, come on, guys.
Does it smell in the room?
You haven't been in there.
Okay.
So,
Okay, but it's a small. Okay.
yeah, you
But
have
is
not
there
been
an
in
odor
No.
coming out? No.
So I have a quick,
Kennedy.
slight backtracking question. You said none of us have our gear on
Right.
us. Jaya doesn't carry his gear on him. He
Ooh, I know
has
this.
absorb
gross.
objects.
I know who you are.
Okay,
Yeah.
Why are
so
you so
that
angry?
even that
It's
is
physical gear that they've taken off of you. Just
Okay.
physical gear.
well. So I'm saying like he had.
What's in your system? What's in your system as a
We're not kidding.
if it's in your bloodstream or in you innately as a being, or it's part of your characteristic as a race, then
Okay. Well,
it's
it's-
still on you. He can't change
Oh.
that.
Right.
They
I
can
have
just
a
take your stuff.
weirder specific question. When I was looking over the Banes and Boons, I wanted to take advantage of absorb object, and one of the recommendations for that was that you can actually like open parts of your body to store things. That's how Jaya would carry
Yeah, he would-
knives and stuff. Would that still be
With you
Inside
specifically, it would still be inside of you.
cool? Cool. Good to know. Then yeah, I go through the door.
So, and also if you have any
Yeah.
heroin in a black balloon somewhere, it's still in you. I don't know if
Just
you know that
anything-
reference.
Uh-oh.
So Boris, what's up with this?
Don't bore us.
Boris.
Boris.
Does he
I
understand?
don't
puns?
get it.
No.
You don't get what?
The wordplay.
I don't think he recognized it.
Boris.
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 Please go in.
Yeah. Okay.
I go in.
Oogachaka
I think I'm gonna.
Are we still dancing?
meets. Oh
We're
yeah.
all
Yeah.
You can't. I mean, that's something you cannot stop at this
Are we
point.
enjoying the dancing or is it like involuntary?
Are we still dancing?
We're just like, why?
Yeah, like no, that's what
We're all
I'm saying. It's like, are we like elevated, like having?
I just want to sit down.
That's a good one. I never even thought about that.
Can we roll some dice again, please?
So I don't know what. I want y'all to roll to see who's hating it and who's loving
Yeah.
it. But I don't know. In this system, what would be? I just make up a bunch of crap
Would
and
that be
go.
Will?
What's that?
Yeah, I think
Will?
it'd be Will.
Yeah, I just say let's do a will.
Oh.
Everybody do
Oh,
a will
yeah.
check to see if you're enjoying.
Okay.
No,
The
I'm
dance.
using speech.
13.
16.
It's fine.
Seven.
Somebody explode.
16. I don't have anything to add to it.
Gosh,
Anybody else?
Sorry. I'm busy eating shortbread.
which is delicious.
Very,
you.
very
So good.
delicious and very warm.
Now it's not
Like,
like
I'm
hot
just gonna-
coffee doesn't sound good.
Thank you.
There.
Tea and
Yeah,
stuff.
it's for the best.
Absorb object.
Absorb crumb. Oh, nice. That's beautiful. That's a 6.
We're like crying.
I'm living.
Robot tears.
No,
so
it's
wait,
like-
does low mean we'd love it or that
Yeah,
we hate it?
because you're not, it's not of your own will,
Right.
right? So, what was the highest roll?
16.
Good lord. Okay, you guys are. You've never danced this much in your life. You love the sweet jam that is going on in your head. I mean,
Sorry, guys.
the sweat is starting to pour down your faces, and you're like, yes, encore. And you're going up there to go, Billy Bass. Just one more Oogachaka.
I'm rethinking my life choices.
You
I
could
was
be
meant
doing
to
that.
be a dancer.
You could be reflecting
I
on
could
your,
take lessons.
your childhood.
I could be somebody.
But I'm just taking ballet.
It's
All of you, I was like,
pretty good.
I had a challenge rating in my head, and it's a prison ship, so the
Is-
challenge ratings are not low.
Boris is not dancing.
Really, the 6 didn't beat
Boris is not.
Boris is not dancing.
Shocking.
He is
He
not.
goes through the hallway all the time.
Yeah, he's
So is he kind of like the same style race as Oogachaka?
no,
Not the same style race, but
not even close.
well, not like the same thing, but like they could be like from the same planet, maybe.
I don't think
No.
you haven't seen a lot that have looked similar.
So okay.
Nothing nothing really relates to each other. It's we're out in the middle of, I mean,
Mishmash.
yes,
Random. Okay.
random races going. You might see 2 or 3 that might look similar going through, but not very much. So yeah, you went in.
I do.
I do.
So you're walking in there. Okay, right after him, or
Yeah.
Do you have a choice?
okay.
Sure, yeah, we'll just
I'm
follow.
gonna pop and lock.
Hold on.
I'm gonna be hiding him a little bit though.
Fumbles through.
Is anybody taller than me? Everybody the tallest.
I'm
I would say
tall
not
for
tall
a person,
robot.
but I'm not 7 feet.
What's that?
How tall is this robot? My character.
I don't know. You tell me. You. How tall you want to be?
Sad beep.
Wait, what?
Yeah, how tall you want to be? Between, I'd say, your race, you can be built from anywhere from like in between 5 and 7, but 7 is like not normal.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with like 6.
Okay, so pretty it's tall. I mean, they're made to be human, or 2 legs, 2 arms ish. But yeah, he's looking through the paperwork. And you go off to the left.
Great.
Did I hear
No.
what he said?
Yeah, that's what you see. He's motioning off to the left.
Yeah. No, I go to left.
Did I hear if he just said move along, or did he say anything special?
He's at the door.
You're
Oh, we're there?
dancing, so I'd say do a perception check.
Damn it!
Everything's going to
dancing.
require a check because you're all dancing. Just saying, I was like, you're not going to just
Oh,
like,
24.
hey, I'm not 24.
I'm
It's
blocking.
okay. That's the best roll I've had so far. I've had some bad ones.
What was it?
24.
And you can see him, he's rumbling through papers. You heard him go,
To death.
Oh, okay.
Oh no.
So you don't know that.
you don't
but
know
I
that. You just
whispered
jogged
you.
off.
I'm gonna say he sent it.
Great. Okay.
Right.
So, and you're coming up too?
Yeah.
And he's up. Oh, you guys can barely hear it because you're like. Yeah, your boots and pantsing. He doesn't have any pants on. Irrelevant. But yeah, as you're walking through there, and he's starting to even grumble in his own voice, so it's getting a little bit harder to understand. But he is speaking right in front of you, and you can make out stuff like missing. Nobody knows she's alive, and you.
Awesome. Okay.
You hear that?
Mm-hmm.
So what would you do?
I think I'm gonna be a lemming for a little bit till I figure out more. So I'm still following with the full knowledge, and you also have the knowledge.
Right. She whispered to me that
Yeah.
I'm being sent to death.
Yeah.
Anybody else hear that?
I'm gonna whisper.
She's the only one that hears it.
Are you guys near me?
Yeah,
we're
They're all in
behind
line.
Wait!
you.
I can totally hold up.
Yep.
I'm
I
behind
think
you.
Look at your stuff.
I'm thinking I'm behind
I
you.
have telepathy,
Yes,
so I'm
you
gonna.
do.
Sorry, guys. I totally gonna fix
No, I
this.
was like, there's a reason why
forgot.
she has all the language.
Yeah. So I'm gonna I'm gonna glow a little hotter, and then I'm gonna try to shoot out to you guys and try to.
Okay,
by
let's
you.
look at that, and that would be more, to me. That'd be like a boon of some sort. What boon
It's
would work?
boon focus, so I took a boon focus of telepathy. So
There you go.
So
So it's an
and
odd-
huh?
I think when you take boon focus, let's look that up.
Yeah,
'Cause
because it's not in my. It's
Boon
not
focus is
energy
like one of
or-
those innate powers.
yeah, it's like a
feat.
cantrip. Is it kind of like that?
It's a
You can
feat,
use
isn't it? Boon focus is a feat.
Yeah, it's a feat.
And feats, because I remember taking this as another character, and I loved boon focus because I think you just do it.
Yeah.
I just want to double check the boon access and then boon focus, and you took it as what? There's tier 1 through 3.
Focus. I only took tier 1.
Okay. Tier 1. When you invoke the chosen boon on a single target, you succeed automatically and do not need to make an action roll. So you can choose one person per action. So I'm looking at it this way: is you can tell one person at a time.
Okay. I'm gonna tell him
Telepath-
first because he seems
telepathically.
Like the strongest.
You whispered to him.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm gonna shoot it to you. That
What do you say?
this scary fish guy is sending us to our death. This is.
He instantly goes insane.
No, I'm actually
This is. I know you
not
don't.
surprised.
I know you don't know me, but I was in the room with you. I know we're all in a similar situation. But if you can see any others, please let them know. Or I guess I can continue to try to say the same thing. So,
You can say the same thing
Okay.
every time that somebody comes in.
I'll turn
Okay.
around and pass it off.
To these two, because they're two. You have
Still dance.
literally, if you, how do you want to put it? If Milli Vanilli were doing the robot, this is what's happening in the back of the line. You know?
Yes.
Huh? Yeah.
Oh,
Take it
that
out.
makes me so happy.
Blame it on the fish. And just Oogachaka.
I turn
Yeah.
around, I see what they're doing, and I just turn right back up.
But do you
Yeah,
tell
I'm
them?
gonna spare the galaxy.
That would be less funny. Yes, I tell them.
All right, so you've just heard this news. How do you respond? These two just went through and went to the left. And you're still outside the door. You haven't told me you've even gone in. So you could be outside. There's Boris standing out there. I'd say we don't have all day, but the rotation around, we don't rotate on anything, so I guess take your time.
So it's basically me and this guy.
He's in the room. You're standing out front. Boris is just literally standing at the door. Again, you can tell it's his job.
But he just went through.
He went through the left.
Talked to the dude.
He went to the dude. He stamped. He went to the left. She went in. She went to the left.
Okay. Did anybody else go to the right?
Everybody's going to the left. There's nothing. There's
only
no
one
door on the right at all.
Okay. Can I stop dancing? Or no?
You tried a little while ago. You guys just couldn't stop it.
I can't do
You
anything.
love it. Remember we
I mean,
just
you did roll
rolled
a 6.
for how much you
good.
loved it. So this
despite-
turn, you're
Despite
still
what she told
loving
me,
it.
I kind of like, wow, that sucks. I just can't like stop.
You can't stop dancing.
I can't do anything else.
You can do whatever you want.
You can dance
Just
by-
you can dance.
Come
Just
on.
everything that you're doing right
They
now,
dance.
you will be dancing. So
Oh.
if you decide to do anything else, you'll be dancing at the same
I'll
time.
be doing it with style.
Yes,
Okay.
if you want to call it style.
I will go up and
Style.
take my turn, and is she still within earshot of the dude?
Oh yeah, because everybody's still. But as time passes, it's gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah. You may lose your moment.
Okay. I will just keep going, and then wait for him to say something, and then stamp, and then kind of like look at her or it. Like,
Okay.
I've assigned myself a gender.
you did?
Yeah.
Anybody
Even though I
know
don't
that?
have a gender, my character thinks she wants to be a. Anyway,
Well, that's good for you.
thank you.
Yeah, I didn't check out your Tumblr profile.
I'm much too young for a Tumblr. Alright, please continue. I'm so sorry.
I tumble for you. That's one of my favorite songs. I'm not even joking about that. I love that song. So you go in. He's
I
standing
was
there.
supposed to be scanned. Apparently.
But yeah, and is that what you're saying to him?
No.
Okay.
Oh.
I mean, I remember
I'm just
that.
saying
I was
it
just
to
saying
you.
if you say that. Oh, I know that.
Oh, okay.
But he's like, and you see like two other smaller, more.
Sardine like.
They look like Boris, but a little bit smaller and not portly and aged, and but they come out like,
Sprightly.
yeah, and they speak your language. They go, we don't know what you are. Just stand over here for a minute. So he just asked you to stand right next to it. Yeah, that happens.
I'll pop a rock over
You
here.
carbon based. You're very susceptible to this. So he just asked you to step onto the right side of the desk. Just stand there. Please don't. Okay, move, but just move in that one spot, please. Just over here.
What's carbon?
Then they just stand like right next to you. They're just posted up next to you, not holding on to you or nothing. Just like that's our job. They look like Boris, smaller, no big belly, but still has the little sparks in the. They're brighter blue, like just you can tell that it's like a younger version.
But they don't have my dope ass moves.
No, none of them are moving. Like they hate themselves or something. It was like blue is not their favorite color. They came out blue. It's one of
Is
those.
that how you
things.
resist the dancing? Just hate yourself?
Hate your own skin.
That's why I don't dance.
Oh.
Oh, I'm sad.
I got you.
That is sad. So that was happening to you. Who's next? Then who's in what order?
I'm starting to go in. I tell Boris goodbye. Bye, Boris.
Oh, you're strange.
Thanks.
Remember
Aw.
Boris though? Ditz.
Yeah. Okay, bye.
I told you, she's gonna be what saves us from this prison.
And yeah, and as she just bounces in, he kind of
Start
watches,
dancing
and
there.
that even you can tell he's just utterly confused by what that interaction. Confused, doesn't know what to do with it.
Perfect.
Right where I want to.
Exactly.
So as you go in, you see him there. He's standing there with two of the other like flaming blue creatures and Oogachaka. You know it's Oogachaka because it's
Yeah.
like he has a plaque.
It's
You know, he has a
Mr. Oogachaka.
yes, he has a name badge. He has a badge on that has his
Thermos
name
on
on
the
it. Yeah,
side.
Thermos says best Oogachaka ever. His name tag it has his name across it, but he's so slimy that it's just starting to run down onto his skin and onto but he's like
Hi, Oogachaka.
Give him one of these.
Yeah, I'm just like.
Watch this.
I look over to the right where he's at. I'm like, nice moves.
and you're to him.
Yeah.
And then
But yeah. Thank you,
so
Oogachaka.
he's motioning to the left.
Bye.
And you're out of earshot, so you have no idea
Cool.
what he's saying at this point.
So I'm just roboting into the room. I just keep saying error.
404 not found. 404 dance moves not found.
PC load letter.
Ninja don't.
Oh my goodness. So
And I
that's
add a new
good.
file called Oogachaka, and I take a picture. My eyes
Oogachaka
just-
question mark.
Yeah.
Well, this one's B-side.
That's good. And yeah. As you're making the file and doing your best, I don't think it's a robot impression. You know the robot clearly. He's doing calculus. E and but you go in there. And then you go through. Unless, I mean, you can follow there. Everybody's going that direction. Everybody's going left except him.
I go stand next to him.
And then you hear the flamed guys behind you just. So the two blue guys on the side, they pull out like a small.
Thank you.
It's about time.
It's all those bars of soap you threw out. The little blue.
Both of them?
Man, this got weird quick.
At least he was ready. The two guys on the side, they pull out the blue sphere, two blue spheres. They start scanning. They scan through you. They're looking over, like, not understanding. And you can understand these blue spheres. They're also saying error, 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 and you hear it going uncharted, uncharted. So the blue guys start to talk to you, and you don't understand it. But you can tell they're trying to talk to you about him.
I don't understand.
What is that?
What were you again?
We call ourselves human.
That's a human.
Weird.
That's human.
Not really human. They call themselves human.
And you see him. They start talking to Oogachaka. And the two blue guys they're starting to kind of coerce you to go to the left. What would you like to do?
Does the stamp? I mean, can I see the stamp?
You see the stamp. Absolutely. It's
Does it look the same as the others?
well. Look at it this way. It's kind of like that that what would Jesus do fish that was on the back. It's similar, but it does have a fish emblem in it. That's all you can tell in the stamp. There's a fish emblem as part of the stamp.
But is it the same stamp as?
Those other documents are gone.
So I didn't see.
No, every time he stamps,
Oh.
it's you can tell it's some sort of uploads it somewhere. So, and then after he does that, you saw the stamp. It has some glyphs inside of it.
Alright, well, go to the left and hope to God I can stop dancing.
So they're just coercing you. They're not forcing you. They're just like
They're just suggesting.
strongly.
What is the implication?
Is there anything to the left that or to the right?
All your stuff is in a box.
Yeah,
to the
everything you
left.
own.
But it's literally just a big 10-foot door.
Wanted to make the joke.
I'm sorry, did I take that?
It's kind of appropriation, but it's fine.
Just credit the source. You know.
Disclaimer. Dang it.
Can't say that word. That's not.
If you, it's just a large blue doorway. It's like that blue. You can see that it's an access point, but you can't see through it. It's kind of like the doorway that you walk through to get out of that 70s middle school classroom.
Alright. Okay.
So as you're walking,
File
go
after him.
right through there. You are behind him.
Yeah. Is he going to the door now?
He already went. He's went through it.
Actually, I'm behind him. Her.
I'm just gonna go to the door.
You just walk directly to the door.
Dance moves, though.
Yeah.
Okay. And as you're walking through to the door, the guys with the the flaming blue skin, those smaller guys, they're like trying to scan you. Like you can see them, like you're walking, they're like, and you just walk right through. So they didn't even get a chance to scan you. They're trying. They're like trying to find who you are, and you can hear. He's pissed. You can hear the anger in his voice as you walk through. You guys are now all through this doorway, and as you walk in, it literally is a very much darker hallway than anything you've seen thus far. It's not that blue anymore. It's almost like an empty vacuum space. In a sense, it doesn't have really anything to it. It's kind of like, I mean, if anybody's done any space travel, that you probably have, you may know of it. I don't think most of you haven't. You would know of it, but I don't know if you have.
Yeah, know of it, but my kind was like, nah, we only like.
Yeah, we
our
don't
kind.
need to
Yeah,
do
we
that
don't
kind of
care.
thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, and of course, one chapter is right. Come on.
Is it dark enough?
That's fine. I'll
Is it
just
like,
go with
can we still see, or is it just dark?
it. It's. You can see, and you can see the people in front of you, but you can't see. How do you put it? You can't see.
Should I use my flashlight eyeballs?
You can.
Blink, blink. Blink.
You absolutely can.
Hey now.
Does the light flash when you blink?
Yeah. Closing my eyes.
I'm now just picturing the navigation robot from Treasure Planet.
But as you see, it's almost like the same blue cave that's going this way, right? But it's when your light hits a certain depth, it disappears. Like the light ends, like it does not go any further. And the only people you see is the other four here. So you see 5 of you, and you, as his light's beaming, you all can kind of see flashes of each other, and that's it.
So, was there other people who came in here like with
Yes.
us?
Well, before you,
Okay.
but they're nowhere
they're
in sight
gone.
at this point.
Okay, so they're all
Oh my
alive.
gosh, it's a pop and rave.
And we're all still dancing.
Yes, profusely.
Why would we not?
Can we try to like? How
That's the
long have
best
we
kind.
been walking?
30 seconds. You're just going forward. There's not much. You can see that there's, when you shoot the light, you can see that there's no end in sight, but as you shine the light around, it does end in kind of a cylinder.
We all just walk
It,
into
like the light ends. It doesn't go on any further. You can see it like stop.
in space now.
Is this a big room though?
It's about 10. It's like a 10-foot diameter circle and then a flat
Okay.
bottom as you're walking through it, like a cylindrical hallway that has a flat bottom that you can actually walk on.
Okay.
Does anybody want to say anything to each other at this point? There's nobody
We
else
gonna
you can
die.
see. We gonna die.
So what's up?
Are we still dancing or have we stopped dancing now?
No, you can't. I mean, you could. Let's do it again.
Yes.
Let's try it. Let's try
Wait, what
it.
are we? Is this
This is a
will?
will. This is a will check.
God, David.
14.
20.
Ow.
16.
I don't have strong will.
21.
You two.
All of a sudden, we're just like,
It's like, oh my god, I'm so tired.
I need water.
I need a beverage.
But you two have broken the cycle of the dance. You're still like, you're laying on the ground in front of him, going, roll me over!
You have to do your part.
This doesn't work.
Hey, if I roll you over, you're just gonna do
you,
more.
you,
I got 8.
you guys are still just boogieing down.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm spazzing out.
I stopped dancing on the ground, I'm like, he's dancing.
Yeah, you have no recollection. It was like,
I was like,
What?
what are you doing? It was weird.
what do you say?
It was awkward.
Help.
This music's great.
Why aren't you dancing?
Come on. Get into it.
Is it just like hallway, like nothing?
Nothingness.
Can we see
Go
any
off of-
seams or anything like?
He can't. He is shining. I mean, how do you want to? You have a light coming out, a beaming light out of your eyes.
Light.
at
I'm
this point.
looking like everywhere. I'm trying to find something, anything other than just walls.
I say everybody do a perception check, and I would like you to do yours with advantage.
Nice. Oh, okay.
Oh,
22. That's okay.
I rolled a 2.
24.
The lowest I can possibly roll.
22.
Holy
9.
shit.
So I see that.
You're
My eyes are
pissed.
closed.
You're pissed because you're laying on the ground. You heard nothing.
He's a dead snake.
Are you,
Right,
are
he's
you
like-
like face down, just like, oh!
Someone roll me over.
Yes. And what'd you roll?
9.
9. You're just like you're just tired, exhausted from the dance. You didn't even know you were dancing, but exhausted, and you don't even know why. You two hear a small voice, very whiny, high-pitched voice, and small footsteps
Soft
running. Not to you guys, but running very fast. And a very
Does it sound like a pet?
you
Can I
hear
Oh.
Julian! That's what you hear. And you hear footsteps a long ways away behind you.
Is that now closed off, or can we run toward it?
You can't see any. I mean, if you want to look behind you, you can see, but you know that this is Pickpack. You know it is. The other two can hear a voice. It's not a language you understand or anything, but you hear something yelling
Can
and
I
small.
can I try to communicate with Pickpack with my brain?
How far is telepathy?
I don't want to.
Let's find out.
Was this voice coming from
Behind
where we
you.
were- Behind us.
Yes.
I want to spin around and you see anything?
You don't, because there's no light behind you. 0. Do you have anything that creates light?
Could
I
I
can create.
look behind me and
No. I have creation.
But you do see him with his light eyeballs going. Do you know that? You
Your
see
light
that?
balls?
happen.
yeah, my light bulbs.
Yeah.
My light balls. That's totally
Missed
different in
opportunity
my
of
mind's
the,
eye.
yeah.
But
Eye bulbs. Well, I just hope for a beam to kind of go that way. You know, maybe I'll catch a glimpse of something.
and you'll see a flash of something very, very far away, running very fast towards you and yelling.
I don't see any distance.
I don't either. That's why I was trying to.
So I guess that means
That might be something
all
to look up.
So
distances-
1 universe worth.
Yes.
Yeah.
That seems weird.
12
Might be within
parsecs.
like
Hearing distance.
hearing or mental, like if you can sense something that's
Yeah.
there.
So I heard him. So
Yes,
I can
you,
then
and you know who he
communicate.
is. You know the
Okay,
voice.
I'm gonna say, Pickpack, what are we doing here? I think we're being sent to our death. Help us.
And you can hear him scream out, "Where are you?" You hear him warn, and he goes, "We're getting the hell out of here. Is what we're doing. Sorry, didn't mean to send you all here. I'll be there in a second." And he's
Do
just
we have a second?
so you can hear him running. Everywhere I go is a really long ways.
Doesn't get really long legs. Does it?
So he's standing there with that same cylinder object, and it's sparking.
So did he just like run by everybody to?
Oh, he's going right to her because she's been talking to him,
Okay.
and you
Yes,
don't
he's
even
my
know
little
that. You have no idea, and he's just. And that's when he's saying, "Everywhere I go is a really long ways."
But I recognize it as. A
You would definitely recognize that as a pack. All of you would if when the light flashes by, you're just like, "That's not the pack I ran into," but that
That's a
is
pack.
definitely a pack.
It's not the pack I would have picked.
You could have picked a peck of pickled peppers, but you got pickpack instead.
Okay.
Have children. It's a dad joke.
No, I was gonna say wah wah because we just got Pickpack, not a pick of pipe.
Oh no.
And so, okay.
Can I get up off of the floor?
At this point, no.
Okay.
Once we'll get to that. You
Okay.
can make a roll for it in a minute
Okay.
because
Sure.
you
I too
failed
will roll.
every single one.
Roll for
You
it.
failed every roll
Right.
so far. So
Right.
you are literally
Right.
like you're pissed
Right.
because my
'Cause
dance.
My dance partner stopped rolling. Like,
Yes,
All right, I roll
Really
over.
enjoying it.
Yes, I roll back.
you're very happy now.
Yeah.
You were pissed before.
Thank you.
Attaboy. Roll until he's pissed again.
We'll see. Depends on his dice at this moment. So,
For real.
but yeah, he's. It was such a long ways. I'm so sorry for bringing you all here. Sometimes I do need a replacement.
Doesn't need a charge?
It's charged. Look where it took you.
Oh.
We got a couple minutes. I don't have any vials this time. We're just gonna have to go.
I'm gonna relay this to everyone. I'm just gonna say he's come to save us, you guys.
I hold up
We're
a
gonna
thumbs
do
up
it.
from the floor.
Oh.
I think I'm still answering too.
Oh,
Yeah.
So
Alright.
Margaret doesn't know he exists.
Margaret?
Let's go
She
shove it
with
into
us?
Margaret's face and be like, see?
No.
Peck, still alive.
Later.
And they're like,
Oh yeah. I think. Well,
Yeah,
she's,
Margaret-
she's
Mic
heard
drop,
of these types.
salt.
like,
No.
but it's like it's lore to her. It's like ancient history, like something that you would just like
She's
that.
been
That hasn't.
hiding out.
They haven't existed for a long time.
like the dodo.
Similar.
Like the dodo.
They're as adorable. I just imagine them being really cute.
They're not. I
They're
mean,
like
Did you hear the description?
his
of
was.
mine?
Mine was cute.
If you
I'm
like,
just like-
if you like the nastiness and
I
uncleanliness of
believe
something,
greasy was used.
Yes.
Yeah.
greasy.
Ugh.
Like
I think I'm easy to
DeVito.
please.
Huh? That's
Yes.
pretty much what I was just picturing Frank Reynolds.
What's not cute about DeVito in underwear and a dirty shirt all the time?
All of it. Just that entire sentence.
And lots of hair in the
Ugh.
wrong places. Okay, I'm so sorry, guys.
Krieger!
So we have a few minutes, you say.
We only got a couple minutes, but we're gonna go. I see you already saw the fish.
Where are we? I mean, why were we sent here?
It's supposed to. It was the wrong ship. It was the one that was coming by. We worked it out the best we could. But sometimes we end up in the places we don't want to go.
That's
It's mostly my fault.
That's okay, Pickpack. Thank you for coming to save us. And I give him a big
I'm
old
hope-
hug. I'm gonna pet his head more. A scratch behind his where I think an ear might be.
Yeah, no ears,
doesn't.
but like little ear holes, you know.
Is anybody else standing up?
I'm pretty sure.
I think
the only
everybody
one
else is
not.
standing up. He's the only
Yeah,
one.
he's
just
on
me.
the ground, yeah.
She's like, I don't know what is Ditz doing at this point.
So I'm trying to make like an eyeball side glance, like.
Sorry.
What's Ditz doing?
Well, I was still kind of tired.
You're very tired.
Yeah, so I'm probably like panting. I'm like, what is happening? This is a weird day.
That's what you see there.
Like, is he talking crap about everybody? What's going on?
This is my truest friend, you guys. He saved me from my planet, and he's telling us he's going to rescue us. He accidentally sent us here.
And he looks very similar
felt
to the peck
really
that
bad
you
about
ran
it.
into,
Yeah,
just
less crazy.
like more focused than yours,
Perfect.
than your pack.
Like, can we? Then let's leave.
Let's go.
Yeah, this is getting weird.
A couple more minutes.
This is a weird day.
More responsible.
This doesn't look good. What's going on?
Ah! And everybody it turns black again. Everybody no dream sequence. It's very, very fast. Everybody's unconscious. You feel it like for probably like 5 seconds, which seems like an eternity. You wake up.
And everyone was initiative.
Everybody's kind of waking up. He's rolling. He's like, you can see it.
Possibly drooling. Kind of. Just.
I mean, maybe.
I roll him over once. just out of habit.
But you wake up out of habit. It's like, so
Muscle
I take
memory.
3 steps and kick him over. You wake up in a pretty dingy, yet marble and the subway tiles on the side, marble flooring. If anybody in your real mind's eyes, it looks like a subway
In India.
station that has not been kept for a long time, but the technology is way more advanced than you two have ever seen.
Cool.
Something you know of, but you're like, nah, I don't need to go there. The technology is pretty easy for you to understand. I was like, no, I see those. And you're like, you know it's technology. You may have read it in a book, but not necessarily. But it's like a subway-esque feeling place.
So closed?
Yes,
where it's-
everything's over. Yeah, it's very large though. I mean, very large vaulted ceiling kind of thing. You don't see tracks or anything, but it's like a corner. You see multiple things in the area though, multiple beings. You see like every type of being you could think of, like from floating spirits, just literally like going up to like almost a ticket stand. Like the strange kind of evolved creatures like we're talking about, the fox, wolf, fox, dog, cat creature, but all different types of things like beavers mixed with antelope and all just
Envelopes.
you just don't. Yes. People have to write that down. You see like a tree creature. You see another creature that's like in the corner that is probably like the most beautiful thing you've ever seen in your life. And I can't describe it. Only your mind can describe it. It is that beautiful. One of the floating spirits in the corner. Floating spirit literally has like a stringed instrument and is playing like the most beautiful medley, but you can tell that it's just asking for money. You know, which means nothing, and you can tell. But I mean, the cup that it has, you can see people, trying to pay with credits. Like this, that round object, you can see them trying to pay with that. And then some people's like, they throw something in and it goes right through the cup. But she just keeps playing. You see a very low to the ground, like that same hybrid creature, very low and very fat. All inside of this one little district, and they're all kind of trying to line up to go to get a ticket. And you can see as everybody's kind of lining up to go through, and they're handing the little tickets to everyone. On the top, it just says ITS, and it says Interplanetary Travel Security.
Okay.
No pickpocket.
Oh.
But you do see a bag next to you with, if there's any gear that you had,
I was just gonna be like, where's
it's
our
there.
stuff?
It's there.
I never lost mine.
It is there.
Do I have to take my laptop out?
Maybe.
Is there a Tanya in there?
No.
Son of a bitch.
Maybe.
Son of
Is
a
there a
bitch.
pickpack in there?
No, there's but you can. It's like before pickpeck, you had none of your gear. After pickpeck, you have your gear. He did not give it to you, but it's there.
Are we dancing at the airport now?
This is our.
He's laying on the ground.
Yeah.
We can't hear the music anymore, which wasn't the music. The
That would have happened if we went to
yeah,
the hallway.
that's true. Still stands.
Is he able to stand up?
Can
or
we
just
sing it
push
and
him?
keep him on the ground?
Just gonna be a trigger for the rest of the game. You guys start singing, and I'm just like,
And then
Who's
he just
gonna
like,
I just can't.
Roll me over.
But there's a ticket booth. It's basically like if you were gonna look into the crossover between a subway and an airport. It's a subway feeling, but you know the trips are much further than a subway's going to be. That's it.
Hardy laugh. So,
Go traveling.
Alright.
I'm gonna try and stand up.
I think by this point you might be able to. Go ahead, do a will. And
Question.
I think by this time it's
Did
been.
I try movement instead of will to try and
Yes.
snap myself? Oh, thank God.
Absolutely.
I'm way better at those.
Can we stop doing the robot?
24.
Yes. But you gotta make the roll.
I think I'm still.
Movement.
I don't think
Do a
I
movement
stopped
to try
Oh
and
yeah,
break
you're
it.
still dancing.
Do like you did. Do a movement.
Do I?
Yes.
You can if you
That's my
if you
movement.
feel like you want to stop it. The flaring.
Well, yes, we
It's just
move.
will.
Woo! Yeah, we're gonna do. Well, he did movement, so I'm cool with anybody doing a movement
How
too.
about agility? No, I was kidding. Okay, sorry. It doesn't matter. It's just 8. It doesn't-
19.
Yeah, you'll be fine because everybody. It's going. The challenge is going down because
Right.
you're starting to become conscientious of what's happening. So you're conscientious of what's going on, and as you have that spirit that the cup. You see the people throwing coins, trying to accept credits. And you hear that music coming. I don't know if I have a beautiful. I'll
We're
try
gonna dance
something.
again. Okay.
No, we're
Oh, this is
It's
gonna
gonna be a recurring theme. I'm telling you. Everywhere we go, we're gonna be forced to dance.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Wow, that's something.
Her
Always.
it's just
Yeah!
Why is that the same sound? Here, let's do. Is this pretty enough?
That's nice.
Yeah, you can. And you hear
Still
this
definitely
beautiful, like it just it resonates in your mind, and she
Great.
is a. I mean, she floats up to you, and you can tell in whatever realm she was from.
Just
That is amazing. Because I saw it posted, and I was like, "Oh, what is that?"
Is that from SpongeBob?
I don't think so. It's just the dude that just sentenced us all to death. I love it. I love it.
No, I'm country.
I have to.
Interrupted that song.
Put it on the.
No, hold on. We'll get.
Let's say now I start dancing, but I choose to.
I don't know if you can. Can you see this, babe? Can you see this? Sorry, producer.
producer is a total babe.
Yeah, she's a baby.
Crazy
Like-
babe.
We are
She's
posting.
insane.
We are going to be posting some of this stuff on our Open Legend
you can barely
community.
see it.
But that's
The
okay.
best.
We'll get it on the
My
community.
artist.
Okay. But as she floats up. Hold on. Oh, that's the right song. So we're fine. It's a good song, actually.
There's
Feeling it.
drums.
I don't know where I.
The
I don't
drums.
know
Yeah.
where I
The
found
flute
this.
drums.
So like I might just start dancing.
Screw the
This is your
rolls.
character.
I choose to.
But as she floats up, you can, she's a spirit and comes up, and you can tell that she's been around for a very long time. Not from anywhere. I mean, nobody is in here, but it's like one of those depths of knowledge. You can sense it around you with the music that's playing. It's like so old. It's like something some people have never even thought of hearing. Some people are like, wow, I haven't even heard that for 500 years. That's something that's kind of the classical repertoire of, even the humans. And it's just beautiful, resonates inside there. And she stops playing, but the music keeps playing. And she reaches out and goes, "Where are we going next, trippers?" And we'll end our session right now.
Right. Felt nice and ominous.
I thought it felt exciting.
What a weird day.
Ran a little over. I apologize because I got excited over a little picture.
1 minute over. We're good.
But thank you. Oh, where's that?
I like
You had amazing, character changing vocal.
Yeah.
I can't.
It was fun. I was waiting for Oogachaka.
Curse you, dice, making me dance for
I thought that was
long.
cute, though.
Damn floor.
I thought your slither on the floor dance.
know.
I'm sorry. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed all of you. I mean,
Well, no, I think
I
Griff is
miss
just doing the
Boris.
robot.
Boris, you had a special connection with Boris.
Boris, I don't know. I've never seen anything like this before.
Boris and
I don't know what
Dip's
to do.
sideshow.
Sounds like a bad 80s singer.
It does, right?
She's talking fancy to me.
I keep in my brain giving him a Russian accent though. Boris.
Boris, yeah.
Yeah. Like a
Boris,
pointy-
was it Soviet Lowhammer? Sexy Samaritan.
Well, thanks everyone for coming in. If you're watching, if you should be, it's fun. Join us as we start learning the rules. It'll get more role playing and just a bunch of silliness. Keep tuning in, guys. But we will be back next Thursday. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Next Thursday. Dude,
Yes.
it's got to go. Hold on. It's got to go. Start there.
Okay.
What?
Wave. Did it work?
Oh, it happened.
It worked.
We'll do the forest wave.
And then we go, new trippers! I don't know. That
I
works.
don't know about that.
All right. Well,
Now
thanks.
laugh and freeze frame.
Tune back in.
Bye.
We'll see you soon.
Stop it here.